At this time, I just want to take a couple of minutes to tell you the story of mentoring here at Allies. Early in the project, we realized that the idea was catching the imagination of our partners in cities across Canada. It was catching their imagination because it was effective, it lends itself to local variation, it leverages local volunteer talent, and it fits nicely, as we heard, into the training and leadership development strategies of various companies. Based on the early successes of mentoring, we began to dream big at Allies. We envisioned a pan-Canadian network of mentoring programs across multiple cities big and cities small. We saw the potential of employers engaging in all these cities so that we could have growing and vibrant mentoring programs right across Canada. These were the kinds of ideas that prompted us to put together the Allies National Mentoring Initiative. With the support of TD Bank and Citizenship and Immigration Canada, we launched the National Mentoring Initiative in 2009. To date, we have assisted over 10 cities. Our assistance has ranged from funding in some cities to connecting with national employers, as we just saw. And in other cities, we even just convened the tables that got these very conversations started. So we're very proud of the work that we've done in 10 cities, and we want to go further. We began quite modestly, and we have ambitious plans to go forward. To tell us a little bit more about a few of the milestones, some of the early successes we've had, I'd like to introduce my colleague, Valeisha Sobhee.
Thank you, Peter. In 2005, the mentoring partnership was set up by the Toronto Region Immigrant Employment Council. While mentoring for newcomers existed in various communities, Toronto experimented with scaling it up with a few community agencies. Key challenges existed when engaging mentors to the program and in establishing some common criteria for mentoring skilled immigrants. In 2007, a learning exchange was held to share ideas with several cities about successful practices to integrate skilled immigrant professionals, highlighting early success in Toronto, Ottawa, and Waterloo. By 2009, we had launched the National Mentoring Initiative with the aim of supporting various communities in setting up or strengthening their own mentoring program. Since then, we've come a long way. As Peter said, we've assisted 10 cities with their programs, namely Fredericton, Halifax, Montreal, Toronto, London Middlesex, Kitchener-Waterloo, Niagara, Edmonton, Calgary, and Vancouver. The past year has been particularly exciting. In June 2010, Montreal set up Mentorat Montréal, and Calgary launched the Mentoring Collaborative. In October, Niagara launched its mentoring program. In January this year, Vancouver launched a pilot program with the City of Vancouver. Mentoring is truly taking root across Canada. Here's where we are today, but our work is not done. And here's what we want the map to look like the next time we meet. By next year, we hope that cities such as Saskatoon, Regina, Winnipeg, Thunder Bay, Sudbury, Quebec City, North Bay, and Fredericton will have programs up and running. A number of cities are joining us for the first time in today's conference. This would be the opportunity for them to go back to their community with new ideas for action, as has proved to be in the past. A key value add that we at Allies have brought to the table is in engaging employers to provide mentors in multiple cities. Today, our national partners include TD, Deloitte, Pitney Bowes, RBC, and KPMG. They're mentoring in Halifax, Montreal, Toronto, Kitchener-Waterloo, Niagara, London Middlesex, Calgary, Edmonton, and Vancouver. These employers have led the way. We call upon other corporate partners to join Allies and benefit from participating in mentoring programs across Canada. Today, we have 5 national partners. We want to get to 20. Some of you are in this room and have been hearing about how powerful mentoring is, both for you as an employer and for the individual employees who participate in the program. A few employers present today are already engaged in one city or two. You can make it happen in your organization across the country. Being a national partner is simple. Allies and our network of Immigrant Employment Council make it easy. We provide you with the material to market mentoring internally to your leadership and to your employees. We facilitate conversations between our programs and your local offices, and we ensure that your organization is recognized for its participation. As just mentioned, Allies connects national employers with mentoring programs. We connect mentoring programs across different cities with each other. For example, last fall, we had a knowledge-sharing session where we covered employer engagement strategies. Our learning exchanges have built bridges between cities to allow the transfer of knowledge and experience, as well as a common understanding of our shared goals, while respecting each community's need to find solutions that suit its context. Allies provides technical support in the form of manuals, toolkits, and templates. Rather than reinventing the wheel, tools developed by one community are shared with others to foster continuous learning. Allies has developed a mentoring toolkit to help a city understand what it takes to set up its program. You will find many of those tools on the USB key in your conference pack, thanks to the generosity and sharing spirit of many communities in the Allies network. Allies has also funded some mentoring programs. To date, we have funded Halifax, Montreal, and Calgary. I'd like to take a couple of minutes to share with you what we've come to see and hear in assisting various communities in the last 2 years. Employers appreciate having one single point of contact in the community rather than being solicited from multiple angles. Strong partnerships between immigrant employment councils and community agencies are key to the ability of the program to reach more mentees and mentors. During the mentoring match, consistent support for both mentors and community agencies and mentees make a critical difference to the success of the relationship. Assessing results on a continuous basis contributes to the program meeting the needs of both mentors and mentees. For example, it is essential to have job-ready mentees to ensure that mentors can add real value to the mentorship. Similarly, understanding employer expectations ensures stronger commitment to the program and sustainability. As you will notice, we are touching upon some of these topics in our roundtables and other discussions this afternoon and tomorrow, given how critical they are to the successful mentoring program. We have set ambitious goals. We look forward to your input over the next 2 days and to a lively exchange of ideas. Together, we can take the National Mentoring Initiative to the next level. Peter will tell us a little more about what else Allies is working on. Thank you.
Thank you, Valeisha. While this conference is about mentoring, we at Allies are building a larger movement. It's a pan-Canadian movement of engaged employers, community agencies, governments, all three levels of government, colleges and universities, and others who are coming together as immigrant employment councils and other partners to create local strategies that are actually changing the local landscape and the way we do business. Allies is about fostering such connections between employers, immigrant employment councils, community partners, government, and other stakeholders. As my colleague Valeisha mentioned, we would like to see at least 20 national employers with mentors in a variety of occupations and sectors across many, many cities. We would like to see mentoring embedded into the formal funding framework of the federal government so that mentoring programs across Canada have the resources they need to function effectively. We would like to see many more partnerships amongst and between community agencies and cities so that many more qualified mentees will be able to find mentors. These are the kinds of discussions that we want to foster. At Allies, we have created this national space so that this conversation can take place. Today and tomorrow, we're going to be discussing various aspects of mentoring. From there, our partners, the Immigrant Employment Councils, will keep these conversations going in your cities. Connect with them and be part of the movement that makes our cities more vibrant and prosperous. I'd like to take a minute to really congratulate and commend the work of the local leadership at each of the immigrant employment councils. We've heard tremendous things from our employer panel today and also from our mentor and mentee panel on the kind of support that these immigrant employment councils have provided through the mentoring program. But in addition to that, with committed local leadership, they're actually changing the landscape in their cities. Through new collaborations and through pushing forward actionable ideas, they are creating the right conditions for systemic change, one city at a time. That's what Allies wants.